Niklas, what is special about Pyotr Andreyanov's game?
I think you will see he reminds a lot of Bob. Really technical goalie, reads the game well, moves well, explosive. I think he's closer to play at this level than a lot of other goalies we looked, and Brett Teese and Jimmy Weers did a great footwork looking at the goalies this year, and they recognized him really early. And last weekend they were able to see him live and meet him as a person, and seems to be a great teammate. I just saw online a video like how excited he was about getting drafted, but I think the biggest thing how his teammates were happy about him, and he has a little aura, like a little swagger. So really excited.
Did you go to the Dan Milstein event down in Florida?
I wasn't there, but Brett Teese and Jimmy Weers was there, and Don was there, so they were able to meet him.
And you've been aware of him for, I'm guessing, a while now?
Yeah, I just looked the other day. I think I watched around probably 20 games that he played this year and the year before. So.
Yeah. Is it hard to scout guys in Russia that you can't really see up close?
Yeah, for sure. It's you get a picture, but going to a live game, it's different. You see the whole game. You see how everyone reacts, and but I think goalies. I think it's easier to scout on video than players.
Obviously, the development path for goalies is long. You're scouting these kids when they're 18 years old. What are the things specifically maybe that you're looking for when you're scouting a goalie, and how does he line up kind of within those parameters of what you're looking for?
There's a lot of things, like for sure physical elements of quickness, explosiveness, technical aspect. It's probably easier to get better in those, but how he reads and understands the game. He's really smooth in his movements. There's not a lot of extra movements. He understands the game really well. And then I think, like every position, but goalie especially, you have to have that attitude. You have to be ready to work, and there's no freebies as a goalie. You're not going to make to the NHL just sitting back. You have to put in the effort. But I think it's a whole picture. You start to get a good picture if you see a goalie 5-6 times. You start to know him, but there's a really good attribute in Pyotr, and he reminds me of a young Bob.
If you just quickly look up, it looks like he's listed around 6 feet tall. Some of the places 6'1" or 6'2". I'm not sure, but has it become a thing where in the game of hockey, maybe the 6'5", 6'6" goalie isn't always going to go ahead of the shorter guy? I mean, Jet came in here. He's not the biggest guy in the world. He played really well. UC Saros. Is that starting to change a little bit, do you think, in hockey, to where the smaller quote unquote goalie is getting looked at a little bit closer?
Yeah, I think it's a little more back to normal. I think a few years ago it was no one looked at under a goalie that under 6'3", and I'm probably 6'1", listed 6'2", so I was lucky to play before that. But that was one thing Jimmy and Brad Thiessen said when they saw him in Florida, that he plays big. He looks bigger than goalies who were listed 6'2", 6'3". For sure, size matters, but with Pyotr, we don't feel it's a big issue because it's similar to Jet. He reads the game really well, understands the game, so he's not going to be out of position a lot.
There are conflicting reports. How tall is he?
Last 6'1.5". So I think he's arriving tomorrow here, so then we're going to see live.
Will he be at development camp then?
Yeah, that's the plan.
And when you come up with a list like that, especially when you are considering other goalies that you may have seen a little bit more, just how close is that separation when you're trying to slot guys into your goalie list?
It depends on from year to year. I think this year, Pyotr there's a clear cut to the next one we had, and then the next 3 or 4 are close to each other, and then it drops off a little bit again. It depends from year to year, but this year we felt that Pyotr is probably the best goalie prospect we've seen in a couple of years. Thank you. I have a tutor here, so and his agent promised that in a year he's going to be fluent in English. So you guys don't have to learn Russian.
It's always important with the goalies that we can talk to them because they're the best.
Yeah, and that's why we don't want to talk to you guys on game days.
Say too much.
Enjoy it.